Greetings and salutations, my loyal subjects. It is I, your Lord and Savior, Lord Monarch, back to you again with another tangent video. This time I'm going to talk about credit card companies. Ooh, the big, bad, evil credit card companies. I know, in the last tangent video I said that I was going to talk about the global economy and then follow it up with capitalism. Sorry about that. It's just something happened to me in my life where I really got to talk about credit card companies. I got a lot to fucking say about credit card companies. But I promise, eventually I will talk about the global economy, and then afterwards I will also talk about capitalism. I will definitely get to that eventually. Just stay with me here. Now, about the bad thing that happened to me, I, Lord Monarch, got caught in the scheme, the con, the scam that is a fucking credit card company. Those motherfuckers got me. I had to pay off literally like more than triple the fucking amount that I borrowed from these motherfuckers. All of my hard-earned money, that I worked for, is gone. I mean, well, not all of it, but, you know, like, a good chunk of it is gone. And it's like, it's not like I didn't pay them every month, right? It's not like there were any lateness fees. I paid them every month. It's just, well, that's a part of the scam. You think you're putting in a dent by paying them every month, but, that's what they fucking want you to think. That's when they fucking hit you with fucking interest rates. Now, I'm not saying interest rates is a bad thing. We get it, because that's how the business work, you know, interest rates. But it's how much they charge you with interest rates. The interest is an absurd, astronomical amount. We're not talking 0.5 or 5% or even 10%. No, we're talking fucking 27.20-something%. Holy fucking shit at the end of each goddamn month. And they don't tell you this over the phone. Now, they try to fucking trap you and they say, oh yeah, we did tell you this. Did you check the mail? Like anybody's going to check the fucking mail and read that shit. Now, you tell motherfuckers shit over the fucking phone. And that's just one of the ways how they trap you. Like, charging 20-something point something at fucking interest, that's unethical. That's just fucking unethical. Like, you're supposed to charge people with like 0.5% interest. Then, like, on a monthly, like every 3 or 4 months, you raise the interest. Or like every year you raise the interest. You're supposed to be ethical and give people a chance to pay it back. Like, I mean, yeah, it's cool that they give you like 15 months or a year and a half, being 18 months, to pay you back before they start charging you interest. But these motherfuckers, they said 15 to 18 months, but when you go and you contact the fucking credit bureau, it shows these motherfuckers done started charging the interest before the period was up. So before the 15 to 18 months was up, they already started charging the interest. And you try to complain and report that shit, and nothing's gonna get done. This is how they fucking trap you. You think you're gonna put a dent in it. You know, you take out a loan from a credit card company, and they'll ask, oh yeah, we have a plan for you to pay it off. You know, you will go and more likely choose the option that allows you to pay off the lowest amount on a monthly basis, and they'll be like, you have this many months to pay us back. And then they start charging you interest. They don't even let you know how much interest they charge you. And then even if they let you know how much interest they're going to charge you, it doesn't matter because the policies change on a monthly or yearly basis, so you would never get the definitive amount of information. But the point is, they're not supposed to charge you that much interest. And by right, if you're paying on a monthly basis, even if you're paying the smallest amount, say like a year or two passes and they started charging you interest, this should be a case where you've already put a dent in what you're trying to pay back. Yeah, you're going to pay back more than what you owed, but you're not supposed to be paying back no double or triple the amount you fucking borrowed from them. You're supposed to be paying them back like an extra 100, 200, something like that. Supposed to make like 100 or 200 bucks off of you at the end of everything. There's supposed to be a dent put in the payment if you're paying every month. I could understand if you're a careless fucking idiot that has no sense and you're not mature and you're broke and you're not fucking working, you're a goddamn fucking goofball, and there's a lot of lateness fees because you're not paying anything. That's understandable to, at the end of the day, to be charging a motherfucker double or triple the amount that they borrowed from you. But no, we're not talking about lateness fees. No, we're talking about how unethical the credit card companies are. And, you know, they search for young people, especially motherfuckers that just graduated from high school. That's their main demographic. That's who they're mainly trying to target. Motherfuckers that just graduated high school and they started fucking college. They want to put a fucking credit card in your hand ASAP. Because you are the main fucking demographic. And I know some of you motherfuckers, some of y'all that watches my shit, some of y'all might be in high school. Some of y'all is probably in college right now. Y'all better listen very carefully to what the fuck I'm about to say, because this shit could save your life. Save your motherfucking life. That is no exaggeration. Don't fuck with these credit card companies, dog. Lord Monarch is about to explain to you, young motherfuckers, how the scam fucking works, how deep this shit goes, how they be trying to con and trap motherfuckers. So, anywho, I took out a loan. I'm not going to go into details as to how much it is that I took out, but I took out a loan. And I was paying it off monthly. Right? I've been paying off these motherfuckers for like about, let's see, I took out the loan back in 2000. Let's see, I think I took out the loan. I either took it out back, I think I took it out in 2023. And then I started paying them back in either 2024, or maybe I took out the loan in 2024. I can't fully remember. It was either 223 or 224 when I took out the loan. But anywho, I was paying them back on a monthly basis. And, you know, I just decided to call the credit card company. Also, keep in mind, this is a credit card that I got in college. Like, when you apply for college and, you know, you're a student, you start going there, you will get some letters in the mail. One of those letters in the mail will be one of those credit cards. So basically, you're under the impression that, you know, because you're a college student and this credit card company is reaching out to you, it's supposed to be a friendly credit card company. Oh boy, there ain't no fucking such thing as a friendly credit card company. Just because you're a fucking college student, this is your first fucking credit card. There ain't no goddamn fucking thing as a fucking friendly credit card company. That's fucking bullshit. And don't even get me fucking started on college loans, but we'll get to that. So anywho, I've been paying them off for months, and I've been paying off, you know, the smallest amount that they want back on a monthly basis. And I must have been paying them off like for either 2 years or maybe a year and a half. And I'm thinking, okay, there's probably a dent in what I've been paying them off. Only to fucking call them and find out there is no dent. in what I've been paying off, even though I've been paying them off for months, and that I owe these motherfuckers fucking more than triple the fucking amount that I borrowed from them. When I heard that over the fucking phone, I was like, bro, I can't breathe. I worked hard for my money. I'm a hustler. If you know me, you know I'm a fucking hustler. I go after that paper, bro. I'm like fucking Scrooge McDuck when it comes to money, dog. Like, ladies, 18 years and older, especially if you have no kids, that take a fancy to moi, because you should, because I am one handsome devil. But anywho, let this be known. I, Lord Monarch, when it comes to money, it's okay to be a lady that, you know, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't mess with anybody broke. But if you want some gold digger shit, and you act like you entitled to like fancy ass fucking dinners and expensive gifts and shit. When I say expensive, I don't mean like a nice gold necklace at Macy's that costs $100. That's regular. That's fine. When I say fancy dinners, I'm not talking about like fast food or pizza, Chinese food or Jamaican food. Nah, I'm talking about you're a bitch that think you deserve fucking Red Lobster, you fucking deserve fucking Pita Lugers, you want a motherfucker to spend over a fucking grand or 10 grand on you on a gift, bitch, the door is right there. The door is right there. Now, paying for dates, that's regular. I, Lord Monarch, am okay with that. As a gentleman, society dictates that a man is supposed to usually pay for the first date and maybe the second date. And, you know, even after the first and second date, by right, the female is supposed to be contributing in the date, whether the female contribute 50% or the female contribute 40 or 30%. She's supposed to be contributing economically. So if you're not about that, get the fuck out of here. The door's over there. You feel me? Having the mindset of, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with anybody broke, that's fine. Females, no, everyone is supposed to be like that. Who the fuck wants to be with a broke motherfucker? Especially if you dating because you trying to get married to the opposite sex and then have a family in the future. That's regular. Nobody want to be with somebody fucking broke. That's obvious. But if you want some gold digger shit, get the fuck out of here. My money every time. I will choose my money every time. Like I said, I am on some Scrooge McDuck type shit. You fuck with me on some, oh hey, let me hold the dollar, let me borrow this, bro, I'll cut you off immediately. You know how fucking hard I work for my money? Every single dollar, every single penny I worked for. My parents didn't give me shit. I put my fucking blood, sweat, and tears dealing with motherfuckers to make this goddamn fucking money. You know how much bullshit I gotta deal with? Taking public transportation, dealing with random ass psychotic motherfuckers just to make it to work, and then when you make it to work, a bunch of pompous ass motherfuckers I gotta deal with to make this fucking money. How hard I had to study to get various certifications so I can make even more money, and then pompous ass motherfuckers that are your superior officer trying to fire you for bullshit to cut your fucking money flow. Because they jealous, and they know they're not going anywhere in life. They'll always be the supervisor, but they'll never be a big shot like a doctor or a lawyer or a fucking legislator. They'll never be a fucking millionaire or a billionaire. They'll never be well off. They'll always be the fucking supervisor because they're a loser and they know it. So when you come to work, they gotta take that shit out on you because they see you're filled with a lot of promise. You go on places in life. You have a good head on your shoulders because you about going to college, making an investment, starting a business, getting a higher paying job. You're about that paper. You want the best for yourself in life. You're a go-getter. You're ambitious. And bitch-ass motherfuckers, they don't like to see that. They want you to be a mindless, pathetic grunt, a puppet, so that they could control you and look down on you. But I digress, and we're not talking about that right now. Let's get back to the credit card companies. So, I paid the motherfuckers back. They stole my hard-earned fucking money. And me making this video is for me to give them a big fuck you, go fuck yourself, and drop dead. Credit card companies are evil. And you motherfuckers, especially you young motherfuckers that is about to graduate high school and just started college, y'all need to heed my fucking words, because they ain't gonna teach you this shit in school. And sometimes daddy and mommy, they don't know better. They ain't gonna tell you this shit either, because they don't know. So I, Lord Monarch, I'm about to tell y'all how this shit works. Now, so I paid them back. They stole my money. I canceled that fucking card. And when I get the chance, I'm gonna put that shit in the fucking shredder. But anywho, so here's how credit card companies work. They charge an absurd amount of interest rates. Their interest rates is unethical. They try to trap you by saying, oh, just pay the smallest amount on a monthly basis, thinking that you're going to put a dent. That's how they trap you. And once they start charging you the interest, you try to make a complaint about it by contacting the credit bureau. Credit bureau will take like about 2 to 3 weeks to investigate it, to see if things are correct, and to see if they could lower the interest rate, and maybe see if they could get you to pay a little bit less money. You're wasting 2 to 3 weeks, and then once the next month comes, you gotta pay back the credit card company even more money. That's another way how they get you. Now, I suppose you could go and contact an attorney, and the attorney might be able to save you a couple hundreds of bucks, but you have to pay a fee, because I don't think you're really going to find an attorney to work on a contingency unless you're a fucking billionaire or a millionaire, and these credit card companies want hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars from you. So then a fucking attorney would possibly work on a contingency. Because who the fuck is going to fuck with a millionaire or a billionaire? You know better not to fuck with those kind of people. But anywho, now, an attorney, once you pay the fee, which is possibly close to $1,000, the attorney wanted me to spend like $800 something dollars for them to work on my case. It may take them a week or two to work up a deal with the credit card company. All the while, remember, every month you get charged with interest. So the longer you don't pay the credit card company, you're spending more. It's really just faster just to count your loss and just say, fuck it, pay back the fucking credit card company. Rather than getting an attorney involved. It's like, to get an attorney involved, there's that fee I told you about. The most you would probably save is a couple hundreds of bucks. And this is taking into account that interest rate goes up every fucking month. So is it really worth it? Are you really saving anything? When it's just faster just to pay back the motherfuckers. Oh, you go and you contact credit bureau thinking these motherfuckers are going to help you out. Nah, they ain't going to help you out because these motherfuckers are in cahoots. They're in cahoots with credit card companies. Now, I believe the credit card company that I use, I think it was like Baby Credit Card Company. So it's like it belongs to a greater credit card conglomerate, if I'm using the right choice of words. So I had another option that I could contact the bigger company and complain about the interest rate. Guess what? You do that, it's a long, tedious ass process. They ask you a lot of personal questions, and the process could take to about 2 to 3 months for you to hear back from them, for them to do an investigation, and or also for the complaint to go through. This is not the credit bureau. This is like the adult, the bigger company that owns the little company. If you feel like the little company has, if their interest rates and how much they're charging, if you feel like it's unjustified, it's for you to complain. But again, that's how they trap you. Because remember, these credit card companies, they charge you interest every month. So while you're waiting to hear back from them, again, you get charged more. It's faster just to pay these motherfuckers before they start charging you more interest. You see the tomfoolery, you see the fuckery, you see the fucking, you see the goddamn fucking three-way trap that these motherfuckers trap you in. You see how evil they fucking are. You can't really report anyone that's really going to do anything about it. They know what they're doing. They know they're wrong for charging you so much interest, and they also lied when they said that they weren't going to charge you interest after a certain amount of time. You go to the credit bureau. The credit bureau doesn't do shit because they're in cahoots with one another. I mean, you could always not pay them back, but if you don't pay them back, your credit is fucked. If your credit is fucked, you can't really buy a car, and you can't really buy a house. And, you know, the American dream, a car, a house, eventually a sweet honey of the opposite sex, and then a family, and maybe a pet dog or cat or both, but you get the idea. I'm an ambitious person. I don't know about you guys who's watching this video, but I'm an ambitious person. I don't want to live in no apartment for the rest of my life. I want my own fucking property. I want my own motherfucking house. I want my own goddamn car. You feel me? And then eventually, well, the wifey and kids, well, that's another story. I talk about that another time. Even though the answer to that is obvious based on how I act and who I am as a person, but again, we talk about me pursuing a wifey and having heirs another time. Anywho, so yeah, you see how fucking malicious and evil these fucking credit card companies are. Now, why do they target motherfuckers that just graduated from high school and they started college? Why do they send these credit cards to college students? Why is that? Well, because the motherfuckers, they're in cahoots with the colleges as well, and I'm about to explain that connection to y'all. So, outside of a college loan, say that you just get tap and FAFSA. You didn't even bother taking out a loan, and you're not even using a credit card that they sent to you via the mail. Say you're just on tap and FAFSA. You're on financial aid. You get the grant. You have to make sure you're on a positive, high academic standing. Because if your grades are not up to par, what could happen is that tap and FAFSA, they'll take the money away from you. They can take the money away. If you didn't meet the proper academic requirements. And what happens is, this is how a lot of freshmen, sophomores, this is how a lot of them get fucked up. You get the tap and FAFSA. They pay the tuition. A lot of y'all got free money, so a lot of y'all like to goof off and splurge and party and shit instead of using the money correctly for your books and saving whatever you have, for a rainy day, or only using the money for food and for transportation. A lot of y'all like to splurge because y'all just got free money. Well, this is how the colleges, this is how the credit bureau, they prey on motherfuckers like y'all, stupid ass, young, green motherfuckers like y'all. They prey on y'all, man. Because, again, at the end of the semester and or the end of the year, if you did not meet the proper academic requirements, they will take the money away. And even though it says at first, yeah, TAP and FAFSA covered your tuition, now all of a sudden, because they took the money away, you gotta pay out of pocket for the tuition you just took because you didn't meet the proper academic standing. And if you don't pay it after a certain amount of time, you get hit with a lateness fee. And if you don't pay that lateness fee after a while, guess what? That shit gets sent to collections. You know what collections is? It's the fucking credit bureau. It's the credit bureau. And once it gets sent to the credit bureau, that's when they start charging you with interest. The interest rates start coming up. And if you don't pay that shit back, not only can you not go back to college, not only can you not finish, you are trapped in debt, and again, you can't buy a house and you can't buy a car because your credit is fucked up. Here's another way how they trap you. Say you are on good academic standing, and you did well the semester of the year. You know that refund that TAP and FAFSA give you, like after they're done paying the tuition, you get a refund, so whatever it is that they didn't use for the tuition, that's money you get back, that's your money to do whatever. Here's how they secretly trap you. So the refund that they give you, they don't use every single dollar from the TAP and FAFSA to fully pay off the tuition. They leave just a tiny amount, a tiny itty-bitty amount of money left from the TAP and FAFSA. And you're thinking you're good, the TAP and FAFSA, it paid off everything. It did not pay off everything. It paid off the majority. They do this on purpose in hopes that you don't realize that you have more money to pay. So if you're not on the college's ass, like if you're not on top of the bursar, the financial aid department, the finance department, and you don't know the proper people to talk to, if you're not on top of everything, they could hit you with that lateness fee, and that's how the college, that's how they get a little extra money from you. I suppose you could just use some of the money from the refund that you have to just pay it, and then you'll be Gucci. But how many people do that? How many people know about that? Better yet, why don't you just take the money from the refund and just pay the whole fucking bill off? Why are you only paying the majority of the tuition and then you giving me back the refund? You see how these motherfuckers move? That's a con artist, that's a scammer. That's a shark. That's a snake. Civil, ethical people don't work like that. They don't do underhanded shit like that. But you know how many young motherfuckers don't get to finish college because they did dumb shit in the beginning? Right now, they're doing shitty jobs, minimum wage paying jobs. They're working for pennies in an attempt to try to pay off that bill that the college threw at them. So it's not always all about, oh, you took out a loan and you gotta pay back the college loan. It's not only that or always about that. It's also the fucking government, the state, the fucking feds, the financial aid that the motherfuckers give you via TAP and FAFSA. They trap you with that as well. Whether you do academically well or not, especially if you do academically poorly, you're screwed to the highest extent, because you got to pay all that fucking tuition back. And again, they don't tell you this in the fine print. Nobody tell you this. You figure this shit out the fucking hard way. So you better make sure you're on your P's and Q's when you're at college. You better make sure you get to class on time. You hit the motherfucking books. You better be gunning for A's and B's, nothing less. A's and B's, A's and B's. Keep that GPA high. If that GPA go below a 2.0, you're fucked. Because say you did well for the semester, because you got good grades, but your GPA came tumbling down. Now it's going to be difficult for you to get financial aid again. How you going to continue your education? And sometimes again, like they may feel inclined to take away the money if your GPA also isn't up to par. Not just the grades, also if your GPA isn't above a 2.0, they may feel the need to take away the money as well. And again, that's how people get caught in debt. That's how people get trapped. So they purposely do not use the money from TAP and FAFSA to fully pay for everything, so that they could try to trap you with a lateness fee and then eventually send it to the credit bureau. And the only way for you to know that is through experience. There's no one out there to tell you this, unless, of course, Daddy and Mommy went through this shit before, and they could tell you this, but the chances of your father or your mother going through this endeavor, I don't know your situation, I don't know, but heed my words, heed my warning, listen very fucking carefully to what the fuck I'm telling you. Like I said, this shit could save your fucking life. This shit is very urgent. This shit is dire. These credit card companies, they are no joke. They are evil, and they're after your money. Credit card companies, when they trap motherfuckers in debt, yo, that shit is current day slavery, bro. Current day fucking slavery. They want young motherfuckers to work at a shitty ass minimum wage paying job, trapped in debt to them for the rest of their fucking life. That's how they make their money, to trap you with an absurd, economically high, astronomically high fucking interest rate prices. And these evil-ass credit card companies have been doing this shit for fucking years, for decades. No one's really said anything. People keep complaining about these dumbass, worthless, retarded-ass, gay-ass social justice movements. Like the fucking feminist movement and the fucking homo movement. Y'all could vote, y'all have rights, it's against the law to stone y'all. What else the fuck more you fucking want? Can't you see fucking credit card companies, the fucking medical industry, and the goddamn rainforests? Can't you see that shit is way more urgent? But nah, let's waste time on social justice fuckery. This shit is way more fucking important, dog. But I'm not about to talk about the rainforest. I'm not about to talk about the medical industries. That is for another video. And I'm also not about to go into detail about how I feel about social justice movements. That's also for another video. Right now, we are focusing on credit card companies. So yeah. That's how they trap you. And you wouldn't know unless, again, daddy and mommy went through it, or you experienced it before. How do I know about this? Well, because I'm one of the fortunate ones. They tried to trap me, man. But I got a lot of tenacity. They couldn't keep me down. I'm out of the red now. I'm in a decent position now, but the damage has already been done to my psyche and to my fucking wallet. That's fucking crazy, man. Why go out of your way to give me the refund, but you don't make sure you take all of the money needed and necessary to fucking pay the college for what it needs to do? Why do you go out of your way to do that? So you can fucking trap me and put me in debt? So you can get money from me? What the fuck, man? That's fucking crazy. And again, if you don't pay this shit back, it goes to the credit bureau. Your credit is fucked up. If your credit is fucked up, you cannot buy a car. You cannot buy a house. Even if you have cash, you cannot pay it. You cannot get a mortgage because your credit is fucked up. And that shit follows you. It's like fucking permanent record. Like if you do some dumb shit and you get arrested, and that shit go on your fucking permanent record. Now you're trying to get a job in law enforcement. Every goddamn fucking time they look at your record, they're like, oh shit, what the fuck happened here? And you don't want shit on your permanent record. You don't want that shit to follow you. Every goddamn time people asking you shit you'd rather not relive. It's fucked up, man. This fucking goddamn con is a fucking goddamn scam, bro. And they're all in on it. They're all in cahoots, bro. They're all in fucking cahoots. They're all connected, bro. Trying to take away goddamn money. They prey on the young and naive. You are their main demographic, because they're not going to teach you this shit in school. They'll just teach you the basic general knowledge. Oh, if you don't pay it after a certain amount of time, they charge interest, so always pay it. But they don't tell you the underhanded tricks, how they get that interest from you. And they also don't tell you the machinations that the college will use on you to try to make a quick buck from you as well. And they also don't tell you how the colleges, they're connected to the credit card companies and the credit bureau. And they're all fucking con artists working together to get you. But I, Lord Monarch, I'm here to tell you how. In fact, I just told you how. It's fucked up. It's very fucked up. You would think that a law would be implemented and it would be like, well, it's against the law to charge this amount of interest. Like, I think it would be ethical if, like, credit card companies started with 0.5% interest, and like every 3 or 4 months or every year the interest rate went up, and then it went up to like 1% interest, then 2% interest, then 3% interest, and the highest that they could go is either 5% interest to 10% interest. That way they would still make a profit, people would still learn a lesson not to really fuck with credit card companies and to pay their shit on time. Don't be charging people no 20-something point something fucking interest. That's rape. That's evil. That's underhanded. That's unethical. Especially if people are paying you on a monthly basis. You think you're putting in a dent? You ain't putting in no goddamn fucking dent, man. That's how they fucking trap you. And then you end up paying back triple the amount you fucking ended up borrowing. And then the goddamn colleges, we're here to fucking mold young people into the next leaders and honorable members of society, people that are going to run our society, set an example, get shit done. The newer generation, this is how we treat the newer generation, by conning them, turning them into asswipe slaves that work for pennies. Holy fucking shit, corporate America is evil, bruh. Evil. Evil ass motherfuckers, man. Some demonic ass shit, dog. Heed my words very carefully, bro. Do not fuck with credit card companies. Be on your P's and Q's. If there's a bill you gotta pay the bill ASAP. Make sure you get in touch with the Bursar office, you get in touch with financial aid, the financial department. Make sure you have all the important numbers you need to talk to. Make sure your shit is paid. Go to college, take care of your business. Do your best to avoid a fucking credit card company. And I know, like, credit card companies, it's a necessary evil because you need to build up credit. You need to have a good credit score so you could buy the house, you could buy a car, you could take out a mortgage. I get it, but brah, that shit is just so fucking unethical. It is crazy how they have been conning people for fucking years, for decades even. And let me also tell you guys something about, like, religion. Because I feel like religion is also connected to this shit. You know, if you, like, go to church or the temple, the cathedral, or the Kingdom Hall, or wherever the fuck you go as a place of worship, and this mainly pertains to Christianity. This is mainly a Christian thing. You ever hear how the pastor, preacher, or whatever, they say shit like, you know, money doesn't really matter, and God is going to take care of you, and God always make sure you have enough to survive and be happy and healthy and blah, blah, blah. Bruh, how the fuck is it that the churches, these religious organizations, is going to justify motherfuckers being broke? That shit don't make any sense. How the fuck is it that being with God is a justification of being broke? That shit don't make any fucking sense. Because when you're broke, you're vulnerable. And I don't know if you guys ever fucking noticed it, but this is how these religious organizations, this is how they get motherfuckers. Oh, it's okay to be broke, just take whatever money you have and put it in the offering box. God is going to bless you. Like, God is going to summon some fucking track the beam and take the fucking money to heaven. That's what I used to think when I was a kid. God summons a track the beam and he takes the money from the offering box and he brings it to heaven. Bruh. What the fuck is God going to do with money? What does God need with money? Earthly, human money. What is he going to do with it? This is why the religious organizations, this is why they want you to be broke. Because when you're broke, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable. You have no choice but to cling to something that may or may not exist. And you're going to keep sending money to them. And this is just one of the means how the poor stay poor or get even poorer and the rich get richer. Because now you're in a vulnerable state. Oh God, help me this, help me that, I'm broke, I'm poor, I'm this, I'm that. And you just keep praying and hoping for whoever, assuming if somebody is listening, will help you out. All the while these religious organizations, they're making more money off of your hard work, your gullibility, naivete, and vulnerability. And then you just keep going to the churches hoping things will get better because you keep putting in time and energy and money into something that may or may not exist. Instead of telling you to spend your money wisely, nah, just keep putting money in the offering box. Keep praying to God, things will be better. Money is your friend. We're not saying to be obsessed with it. Money is your friend. Money is your ally. Money pay bills. Money feed yourself. Money clothe yourself. Money you have a roof over your head. Money is your friend. You see that? Yeah, my fucking Mega Man t-shirt, Proto Man. What you know about fucking Proto Man, though? That's the fucking Proto Man whistle. I need to practice my whistle, but anywho, getting back to what I was saying before. So, yeah, man. they're all in cahoots. And then you're vulnerable, you're broke, poor. What are you going to do? Because you have no money. Oh, God blessed me with a credit card. So now I'm going to take out a loan. Now you're in deeper hot water. Now you're even more broke, more poor. Now you're a slave to the fucking credit card companies. Now you gotta work like a fucking ass wipe for the rest of your life paying off the credit card company. And then you keep going to church. You keep praying to whoever it is, the fuck, the churches, the religious organizations want you to pray to, hoping that things are gonna get better. Man, nothing ever gonna get better unless you make it better. I'm not saying God doesn't exist. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you cannot use God as a justification for being broke. Being broke is a sin. Let me reiterate. Being broke, having no money is a sin. That's what the churches should be telling you. They don't want to tell you that because they're mooching and conning you as well. They may not be directly in cahoots with the credit card companies and the colleges, but they're definitely fucking connected. Remember that. Being broke is a goddamn fucking sin. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So yeah, I hope, what I said to you guys today, I hope it helps some of y'all, give you a bigger, broader perspective how corporate America works, how the world in general works. Credit card companies are evil. I'm so fucking surprised no one has created laws and regulations about interest rates. Interest rates have no business going up that high. It's unfair, it's unethical, it's cruel and unusual. Somebody really needs to do something about it. Someday, maybe in the future, I would love to do something about it, but obviously right now I'm not in a position to really do much about it. This is all that I could do at the moment. Warn you guys of its evil, of its traps and machinations. So be wise, don't be a dummy. I hope this helped you guys, gave you a better understanding. Anywho, this is Lord Monarch signing off. Farewell, my loyal subjects. Till next time.